Man, this recipe is super easy and super simple. We have some frozen chicken breast meat here. Now normally I would use the regular chicken breast. You get the boneless, skinless chicken breast in the bag. I was out, I had these, so this is what we're going to use. I would use 3 for this recipe if you're going that route. And then I've got 3 chicken bouillon cubes. We're going to put those in there. This water was already at a boil. We're going to let it come back on a high heat to a boil. Then we're going to turn it down, cover it up, and when we get to that point, I'll come back and we'll be. This is going to take about an hour, hour and a half, and it's going to be really good. All right, it's been about 5 or 10 minutes. I put a lid on this, and look how this thing's boiling right here. We're going to get a boil like that going, and we're going to hold that. I don't know. I'm going to go about half hour. I'm going to check the temp. It is breast meat. It's chicken breast meat, so 165 is going to work on that. So these were frozen. I didn't take the time to thaw them out. You don't need to either. This is a quick middle of the week dinner idea. It's going to take about an hour and 15 minutes, and you're going to think you spent all day on it. I'm going to come back here in just a minute on the next step after these things boil for a minute. It's been about 20 or 25 minutes. I just checked the temp and these things are done, so we're going to pull them out of this water. We're going to let these cool. And what we're going to do now, if you haven't seen these in the store before, this is Ream's noodles. They're homemade egg noodles, and this is what's going to make it seem like you spent all day doing it. So we're going to open these up, and we're going to throw them in this water, and they have to boil. The pack says 20 minutes. We're going to let them go for 20 minutes. So I'm going to put these in the water. Now you want to use the same water you just did your chicken in, because we want that seasoning in there. So, okay, they're covered. When this comes back to a boil, we're going to wait 20 minutes, and we'll show you where to go from there. Okay, my noodles just came to a boil, and I've been shredding this chicken up. And you just take 2 forks, and you stick one down in it, and you just start pulling on it. Pretty easy. Keep pulling on it. Now these were some chicken fillets that I bought that I probably won't buy again. But thank God that I had them, because I didn't have any of the chicken breasts that I thought I had. Normally we want the frozen boneless skinless chicken breasts that you get from the store. So anyway, once they're done, now these went 20 minutes. I used a meat thermometer, and you want to get at least 165. These were up like 195, 200. So I mean, they're done. So anyway, that's how you shred the chicken up. That was the last of my 5. So here's my plate. And we're just going to let this sit to the side. And when it comes time to add all this stuff together, we'll be back. Okay, the last step of this. These noodles have been going about 20 minutes. I've got 2 10.5 ounce cans of cream of chicken, and we're going to throw those in there. But the first thing before we do that, now these went, I really didn't go by time. I kind of went by the tenderness of the noodles, and it's been around 20 minutes. So the first thing we want to do is drain off some of this liquid. Now you might want to ask me, why'd you drain the liquid into another pan? Well, I'm going to tell you why I drained the liquid into another pan. Is because I kind of drained off more than I think that I needed to drain off. Because when I put this soup in there, I want to be able to add liquid into it to get it to the consistency or the thickness that I want. So anyway, this is what we've got. I drained it down to where it's kind of blue. It's right at noodle level. So we're going to throw our chicken in there. Get rid of the chicken. Put the chicken in there. And then we have our 2 cans of cream of chicken, so we're going to put that in there. Got our second one. Okay. So, I'm going to stir that up. Alright, everything's really good. I mean, it's about the consistency that I like. You can always simmer it down a little bit. So, we'll come back here in just a minute. We'll have a plate. We'll take a taste of this because it's going to be good. Alright, it's been about, I don't know, hour and a half or something. We're going to take a taste of this and see how it tastes. And it's going to be good. Now, the thing is with this, really good with mashed potatoes. And I'm not going to tell you whether or not to use real potatoes or instant potatoes because I like them both. And eventually I'll put up a video on how to make some really great homemade potatoes. But we're going to take a bite of this here right now. Super good. Feed this to your family. Till next time, keep it smoking.